Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today, Wednesday, July 15th, Wednesday of the 15th week in Ordinary Time. Today, I continue our journey through the works of mercy and our pair of works of mercy to shelter the homeless and to comfort the afflicted. One corporate work of mercy and one spiritual work of mercy. As you probably have noticed, the works of mercy come in pairs, except for the seventh one, in the sense that the 7 works of corporal and spiritual mercy. So they come in pairs, feeding the hungry and giving a drink to the thirsty are connected to each other, as well as clothing the naked and sheltering the homeless. The same for spiritual works of mercy, instructing the ignorant and counseling the doubtful are connected to each other. Admonishing sinner is also connected with comforting the afflicted. The last work of mercy, to bury the dead and to pray for the living and dead, it's kind of standalone type of act of mercy. So to shelter the homeless, to comfort the afflicted, sheltering the homeless, known also as welcoming the stranger. There are many different levels to this work of mercy, different needs that people have and things we can do to help them to address these needs. First one, really, people are homeless who don't have a home. None of us probably have a spare house to give someone, clearly, but there are many different ways to help them. First of all, by donating to organizations who help the homeless or build houses for homeless. Also, we can contact our elected officials, expressing our support for policies that provide housing for people homeless, affordable housing, and that's everything. People maybe are not really homeless but cannot afford a home or struggle paying the rent. Recently I met someone who shared with me their personal financial struggles in paying the rent. So many different ways to help them personally, reaching out to organizations, to elected officials, and so forth. That's one level. But there is also personal level, I think. There are many beautiful stories of people really welcome families and single individuals welcome other people in their homes to stay with them. People really didn't have a home, became part of the family, started to live with another family, another person, without being related in any way with them. Or also stories of people maybe they had a home, but the family took the person in for meals. Cooking for this person was alone every day. A person at night would go back home to their own, to sleep in their own apartment. So it's also possible to shelter the homeless in the sense of welcoming someone in your home, not just physical house, in your home, in your family, making them become part of your life, personal life, your life of a family. There are different ways to do it. Maybe inviting someone over for dinner on a regular basis. Someone who is alone, you invite them to be with you, spend the holidays with you. To be homeless doesn't simply mean not to have a house. To be homeless means not to have a home, a family. To be alone, that's also another form of homelessness. There is also actual homelessness, clearly, and I think the sheltering the homeless point to also the importance for us to spend time to reach out to homeless people. Homelessness is a very complicated issue, but it's possible maybe not to find a place. It's not always possible to find a place for a person to stay, homeless person. Sometimes it's not what they want or what they need. They cannot handle to stay in a place themselves, but to spend time with them and to also address their needs, physical, emotional, psychological needs, is something we can do. For example, our youth group, led by Father Michele, or now by Father Luis, once a week we're going to Boston, and a part of something called Boston Encounter. They go and spend time with homeless. They bring sandwiches or maybe some clothing items, especially in winter, and spend time with homeless people. Sorry. chatting with them or talking with them or asking them what they need. That's another way to shelter the homeless. And lastly, as I say, sheltering homeless is known also as welcoming a stranger. Also have a duty as Catholics for welcoming strangers, particularly immigrants in our communities, people who come here from different countries, to welcome them and make them feel at home. Okay, now to a spiritual work of mercy, to comfort the afflicted. To comfort afflicted is something that we have a duty to do. Many people who are alone, who are sad, afflicted by different type of maybe illnesses or problems. Afflicted could be someone who is in pain, but also someone who is suffering because of a situation, or maybe a family situation. Well, we need to reach out to them. Sometimes people who are in a difficult spot, really suffering in the body, or especially in the spirit, who suffer psychologically, don't reach out for help. They suffer silently and suffer alone, they bear this burden alone. Well, let's reach out to them. Let's pay attention to the people around us and reach out to the ones who we know are going through a tough time for different reasons. Maybe a phone call, a home visit could be enough. And maybe at least just listen to them. Sometimes, more often than not, we cannot solve the problems clearly. But just spend time with them, listen to them, pray with them. It can really bring them comfort. Take care and God bless.